Hey, Dr. Karen Can, welcome to another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. Today is December 27th, 2018. So many of you have celebrated the holidays. Maybe you were with family or friends, maybe you were traveling. If you are a light warrior sensitive soul, then I know these times can be challenging for you. Many of you actually have difficulty with multiple different kinds of environmental stimuli, and I know as a sensitive soul what you've been going through, what you have been going through. So in the past, I had great difficulty with travel. I had great difficulty with places that I wasn't used to because, there's different sights, different sounds, different smells, different, energies around that. And so it can be super, super challenging. But this year with the whole, Ascension and the Ascension upgrades, it might have been even tiny little bit even more challenging for you. So the full moon apparently was really about releasing a lot of old crap that we've had over the decades. So if you have not fully resolved negative memories or energies, resentment, anger, things like that from your past, then that could have come up or is still coming up for resolution. So many of you already are, kind of on the path of consciousness and working on those things. And for those of you that have been doing this on a regular basis, it probably didn't feel like that big a hit. But for those people that have not or have pushed down those feelings for decades or many years, that might come up almost like an explosion or a volcano explosion. So if you happen to be with people and witnessing that, family members, things like that, just keep that in mind, that with the current ascension energies, all those lower vibrational frequencies that do not match the higher vibrational frequencies will want to come out and heal. Now, we could either resist them, okay, or we could accept them and clear them. So we're really being called to clear, a lot of energies all at once because we're able to with these new ascension energies, and it's a wonderful thing. But just be compassionate as much as you can to those around you who may not be, working on their stuff, may not realize that that's just old stuff that's projecting, outwards, things like that. So here's the strategy. Now, you can always choose, the people that, who are necessarily family, things like that. It happens in all families. I know even my family, even though I'm not there this Christmas, definitely had their stuff, and it's okay. And it's completely okay. But what you want to do as a strategy, as a sense of soul specifically, is you need to be able to get back to center, back to peace, back to you as quickly as possible, because it's so easy to be wrapped up in these other energies. Whereas, if you're at home and you have your tools and you have your, quiet time, your sanctuary and your alone time, that can be really different over the holidays. So the Stoa practice, the stillness through observing internal movement, is one of the ways that you can get back into stillness. Hey there. So how that works is that you can be while you do. So being while doing. I call it like, yinning your yang. So nurturing your yin. So how we do that is that in the Stoa practice, we actually pay attention to the vibration within our bodies. So that could be a heartbeat, that could be, some flow that you feel in your arms and legs. Even if you're angry, sad, having a hard time, it's okay. You can actually go inwards and observe what your body feels like in that space and really focus your attention on the inner space, how that actually feels. Many of us are feelers, those of us that are sensitive souls, so it's a natural thing that you do. We just need you to turn your attention and your focus inwards to feel the inside of your body. And as you're feeling the vibration inside your body, then what can happen is that as you focus it, the higher and more, alert your attention is, the more still your mind becomes. But your goal is not saying to your mind, stop thinking. Your goal is really focusing on the inner vibration within, because in that moment you connect with the creator, you connect with the seed of all creation, that yin, that stillness. And so in the past, I've tried to meditate and, om and on, whatever, you're trying to get to that stillness, but my mind would just keep going, keep going. And the fastest way for me to still my mind is really to get into the body and to feel the body inside. It's not the only way. There are many, many ways of getting into that, but being able to do that in the space of other energies flying around is super important, and to get back to you, to get back to center, to get back to source. The other strategy, which if you have not already done, which might be helpful, is whatever it is for you that is like a meditation practice. So maybe it's Doem, maybe you do that for 5 minutes every morning, or maybe you do it throughout the day whenever you think about it. For example, I'm doing it right now, even though I'm talking to you and even though I'm focusing on something else, but part of my focus is still focusing on the vibration inside my body. And that helps me with that stillness, that calmness. So in the past, for me, when my energies would be upset, I'd kind of stay, for a while. It could be hours, it could be days, and then I finally sort of settle down. But now what can happen is that, we can go whoop, there's a blip, there's energies flying around, whatever, things, old stuff coming up, and there's a blip, but then, we can be conscious and go, okay, I see that I'm in reaction, and let's get back to center. And so you still yourself. And here's the thing, if you can go into that stillness in the middle of other stuff going on, wow, good for you. It is definitely a practice and something that you can get very good at, but it needs to be practiced. So sometimes these are great times, especially during the holidays with family, things like that, where you can kind of test yourself and challenge yourself to say, how fast can I get back into stillness, get back to me despite whatever's going on. And maybe you don't remember for 5 hours. That's okay. Yeah, at least you remembered after 5 hours, but maybe you'll remember after 5 minutes and go, ooh, yeah, I can do that. So what I noticed for myself, that I'm much more tolerant of other energies. And even if I don't prefer them, it doesn't affect me as much. So for sensitive souls, one of the things that we can struggle with is what I call autoimmunity. People also struggle with a lot of allergies. Now, this is non-sensitive souls as well, but sensitive souls tend to have more issues that aren't easily as treatable with regular conventional medicine, or even holistic medicine for that matter, because of their sensitivity. They have these sensors, and the thing is that the autoimmunity, which is like, you may have heard of MS or Graves' disease or Hashimoto's thyroiditis, or there's Crohn's, there's so many autoimmune diseases, apparently 80 to 100 that have been elucidated and written down and documented, and also, and I don't even know I can't even name all 100. And also there's 23 million Americans, that have autoimmunity. So it's really super common, and a lot of people don't even know they have it. So what happens is we can physically make antibodies to things that normally our bodies should not react to, including our own tissues. And that can cause all sorts of problems, inflammation, chronic pain, make certain organs not work, like the thyroid, for example. I had Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and I used to be on thyroid medication, but now no longer have to take that. So the autoimmune issue is such a big issue. I decided that I was going to do a whole training and healing series on autoimmunity, allergies, and multiple chemical sensitivities, because it is so common, and many of our light warrior sensitive souls actually suffer from those things. And I'd love to give you strategies on how to handle that, both practical strategies in your everyday life, as well as the healing strategies of how we would heal this energetically. Because a lot of autoimmunity, believe it or not, for sensitive souls, is not physical. Let me repeat that. It's not physical. It's energetic. Could be spiritual, dimensional, and all those emotional, but a lot of it is energetic. So you have energies coming in, the body rejects it, then starts creating some sort of havoc, in the energy body, and then eventually the physical body does respond as if it's a physical issue. But foundationally, a lot of it is energetic. And this is something that is not addressed with, just taking, pills, obviously, or using the autoimmune, diet protocol, because that's really dealing with it physically. And it's very important to do that, to heal your gut and things like that. But if you address it on the energetic, spiritual levels as well, oh my gosh, the healing is so much faster. I had an episode of really swollen knees a couple of years ago, and I was like, what the heck, what is going on? But I knew I was supposed to figure something out, because Spirit often does this so I could figure things out for other people, and I totally accept that role. That's okay. But it took me a while, to really figure this out. And what I figured out was that because of the convergence of all timelines, because of the Ascension process, that I could feel the autoimmunity going on in my alternate timelines. I know it sounds really weird, but once I cataloged how many of my timelines had autoimmunity, how bad the autoimmunity is, and we'll show you how we do that in a couple of weeks when I launch on From Heartache to Joy, my autoimmune secrets for sensitive souls. Then I was able to quickly, direct healing to all versions of myself, to the source of all autoimmunity, and be able to catalog over several days the decrease in autoimmune responses. And basically within a week, my knee swelling went down very, very quickly, and it was super cool. But it took me a long time to figure that out. But once I figured it out, I was able to heal it quickly. So I can't wait to share that with you. So mark your calendars for January 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern, so 12 noon Central, for the From Heartache to Joy launch of my autoimmune and autoimmune healing secrets for sensitive souls. And we are going to be doing live mini healings. All right, so you definitely want to be on the mailing list. If you're not on the mailing list, just go to KarenCan.com/FHTJ. Get on the mailing list for From Heartache to Joy, so that you can get the alerts of when the mini healings are happening. So you can get hopefully your turns, so I can do a mini reading and healing for you, especially if you have autoimmunity, if you have allergies, if you have multiple chemical sensitivities. I would love, to test you and give you kind of a bird's eye view of what's going on and really start that healing process. And then after the mini healings, you're going to hear an interview between myself and Aram Syed, the owner and the host of From Heartache to Joy Global Telesummit, as I talk you through, why this is happening, what is going on with our bodies, and how to address it. And then we're going to be doing a group process as well there, really starting the process of the desensitizing process. Of course, I really want you to be there. If you can, that would be so awesome. So again, January 14th, put it on your calendar, where we're going to be launching that special program, Autoimmune Secrets for Sensitive Souls. Hey, David. Hey, Roseanne. So what else do I have to tell you? Yes. Oh, yeah. And actually at that time, we'll also be releasing, hey, Jamie, what I call the Autoimmune Allergy Rescue Formula. So it's going to be an MP3, very specific for autoimmunity and allergies. Hey, Lloyd. Hey, Mighty. Hey, Mary. So very, very specific for these kinds of issues. Because a lot of times if you don't know, what it is that's causing your autoimmunity, and you're using my Ascension 1 and 2, those things will start to heal. But if you do need to know what the issues are, then the Autoimmune Allergy Rescue Formula will actually target specifically, those issues causing, contributing, and, supporting the healing of the autoimmunity, allergies, and multiple chemical sensitivities. And of course, feel free to tell people about it. The more the merrier, to come on the call and check out the program. So a couple of announcements. One is, let's see here. Oh, yes. So Monday, 31st, New Year's Eve, I'm going to have a friend of mine, naturopath Dr. Carrie Fullerton, on the show. She is like the diet rebellion doctor. No, I love this girl. She is a hoot, and if you are one of those people that are so sick and tired of like trying this diet, that diet, it's not working, you're worried about your weight, how you look, Carrie is the one that you want to check out, because it's really about enjoying your life. And she is a pro at this. So if you've struggled with diets, you're so sick of diets, you're so sick of diets. How do you eat and enjoy what you eat without gaining weight, all that kind of stuff. So check it out. And that's going to be on Monday, on the 31st of December at 12 noon Eastern. And you can call in and get some advice and mentoring from Carrie Fullerton as well if you're live on the show. And to get the link to the show, all you need to do is be part of the email subscriber list, KarenCan.com, and we will send you the link. And also you can call in and get advice for free. We also have the chat as well. So you can also chat in some questions that Carrie can answer for you. So I'm really, really looking forward to interviewing Dr. Carrie Fullerton on Monday. Yeah, so I hope to see you guys there. Lots of love. Until next time, bye for now.